Yo, that's
A valiant soldier in the ranks. We've lost him to the female trickery of feminism, but it's okay. We're gonna keep on pushing.
what's not laughing to my laugh. That made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. Putting it in your face.
Oh, that was crazy. That's not what I thought he was doing.
Whoa. I ain't got no problem with dark skinned girls. I bang them all the time.
We always.
How have you done it, Joe?
So, it is so. What's good? Welcome back to another episode of Make It Make Sense. I am your host, the one and only Young Rando, aka Monterey Hudson. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm joined by a colorful crew of collective people. A little full here, as you can see, because we have some people that are fans of the subject matter. First and foremost, we do have Rizzy McGuire, aka the Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel. How you doing?
Yes, sir. How you doing? You know, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel, aka Rizzy McGuire. We in the building. Make it make sense. I'm happy to be back, man. It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, gotta love when the Hollywood is here. Also, we are joined by the villain of the Blur Cartel, aka the do-rag bandit himself, the amazing Spider Cam.
Make Spider Cam, aka the villain of the Blur Cartel, aka Velvet Do-Rag Poppy here. Let's talk about this Yu Hakusho. You with the Yu Hakusho Negroes.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be much debate here. And of course, we are not alone. We do have the great Watson himself. I don't know if he's here, but he will be back if not. Oh, he has popped up. He has been revealed.
Get that nigga a purple do-rag.
Batcave Watson, what's going on?
What's going on? I'm kind of looking a little scurvy, but yo, follow me on TikTok, IG, YouTube. Can't wait to get into this Yu live action.
That's crazy. I thought he had a Batman G Unit vest on.
Yo,
Put that in the next intro.
Batman G Unit. And then, of course, representing Overall 99 Media, first and foremost, we do have the patron saint of generous, the Afro Comic 765.
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to the folks are daily. Those are dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day. You know the vibes.
And we finally have the Fiend himself, aka Free Eddie Winslow. Unico Williams.
Hey man, y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal, man. Shout out to Real Cinema. Shout out to Real Cinema out here.
When he says that, he means shout out to slide shots and good fight scenes.
I mean, yeah, shout out to Real Cinema. But unfortunately, we're not here to talk about any Real Cinema. We're here to talk about the Netflix's version of Yu Yu Hakusho, their live action adaptation review. It has been a bit of a wait, but finally December came. They dropped it, and they dropped it as they dropped it. Yeah. It was not pretty. It was something to see. You know, shout out to these Yu Yu Hakusho boys. You know, but if you have joined us, we're gonna give you a full review. We are gonna dive into it. We are gonna give you everything about it, our own opinions, the entirety of the story. Yes, we're going to spoil everything. So if you have not seen it but want to see it, be mindful, because we are going to tell the entirety of the pish posh story that they decided to give us in this lovely show. So I don't mind going first and telling you exactly what I think about this nice Yu Yu Hakusho show, because I'm just gonna be real with you. From both perspectives, let's give you this. From a fan perspective, a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho, the show, this was basically a complete abomination of the highest order. Like, this was horrible. If you are a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho, I mean, it's not good. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is not good. If you are a fan of the show, they basically take 5 arcs and 113 episodes and mish it all together into one original story of about 5 episodes. It ain't pretty. They skip a lot. So that's what. But on a neutral perspective, it's watchable. You know, I'll say that it is watchable. I don't think it's necessarily a really good adaptation, just from a neutral perspective. If you're not a fan of Yu Yu or haven't seen that, just came in this blind, it's watchable, but it definitely has major issues with the show. The characters, I mean, we can go through them. You have, shout out to our boy Yusuke Urameshi, you know, I guess. And we have Kuwabara, no pompadour. We just we get a slick back
Blake
haircut with
Griffin
him.
not being Kuwabara is
Yeah, no pompadour is crazy.
No pompadour for our boy Kuwabara. And then of course we have Hiei, not with red eyes. You get blue-eyed Hiei this time around. And we have Kurama, who I feel is probably the only character that was done of any real justice, even though the look of the hair is not really, synonymous with the character. But that hairstyle would be hard to pull off regardless of what they would choose to do. But before I go ahead and slander every part about it, I will give my nice fellow hosts and fellow guests a chance to give their spiel. Hollywood Sensei, Riz Kage, how'd you feel about the Yu Yu Hakusho live action?
Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my favorite animes of all time. It's in my top 5. It's up there with with the likes of Goat Piece and Hellsing Ultimate, Naruto. That's like my shit. So I was looking forward to this joint. I'm like, all right, let me see. Because the One Piece live action served the purpose. It did what it was supposed to do. It was nice. It was actually good. So I'm like, all right, I got hope. A couple episodes into this joint, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, the Kuwabara with the no pompadour is just it's rubbing me the wrong way. I don't like it. And Yusuke, he ain't drippy enough for me. But it's just Yusuke. Gucci Shades Yusuke, where he at? Like, I don't know. Like, it's a lot missing for me. Like, but that's to be expected. Everything can't really be exactly like the anime because live action and animated live action is kind of hard to fit everything in there. But for what I saw so far, I'm just like, I'm not overly impressed, but I'm also like, I'm not like upset, but I'm just like even. It's just okay. I'm not about to sit here and be like, yo, go watch that joint. You gotta see it. Like, no, it's just okay.
Okay, to my man's here, I can understand that. To me, it's definitely a lot missing. By a lot, I mean basically the character development of every character that was in this show. Like, they basically just popped everybody in. Like, here you go. You don't need to be cool with each other. Just here, do this. That's about it. It was bad even from episode 1 for me, where I didn't even feel like Keiko gave a damn about Yusuke. I'm just like, well, here we go. And I'm just like, y'all doing this already? But maybe we'll have somebody up here to defend it. Will that be you, the Amazing Spider-Cam? Will you defend this abomination and say that Yu Yu Hakusho live action?
Well, I don't think it's an abomination. Did they do 1 step forward, 2 steps back in most cases? Yes, they did. So, in terms of just the character designs, it was hit and miss. Yusuke, yeah, he was a little, little Dollar General version. It's fine. he was too broody for me. There's no wisecracks. There's no.
Yes.
He was just being it's like difference between an asshole and a dickhead, and I think he just got the dickhead part right. Pause if you need it. He wasn't like an asshole. He wasn't a smart ass. He was just brooding the whole entire time. So I couldn't get with that really. Kuwabara, the personality was cool. The no pompadour was what it was, but I think as far as just like doing what you can do best with the character, I think he did what he could do best. Hiei was, I don't know. Come on, bro. that was a big miss on that part, but he was too bland. It was no sazon. It was no seasoning salt. It was no just like it was nothing. It was no obey. Where's this? What the no Jagan eyes? John looks like that was.
Yeah.
But Kurama was cool, but he looked bland. Once again, no season, no sazon, no. Yeah, look at it. Look at the left, and then look at the right. Come on, it's just like
you don't see that pattern on that outfit? Are you crazy?
No,
the bland red outfit. I need the bland red outfit, and then.
If you want to talk about the other characters, we have a few other ones here.
Genkai was too nice. I need a raspy, old, nasty bitch that she was, but I didn't get none of that, and I needed all of that. Sakio was whatever. You get any Asian man to play Sakio. No disrespect to that. I mean, don't twist my words. Don't cancel me.
Don't twist my words.
I need Koenma Jr. I need baby Koenma in there.
Thank you. We needed baby Koenma. Please. Why did they good like this?
I need baby Koenma to give Yusuke the spirit egg and all that other stuff. But I know why they took that out, But yeah, Toguro. I thought Toro was cool. I thought all the villains looked fine to me. All of them was cool, but
Karasu went over way better than you thought they were gonna.
Karasu was fine. His hair didn't turn blonde. That's all.
Yeah, they didn't do blonde. I think that was solid. I think that
And
was
Bui just got his ass beat.
But some of the costumes in this were good.
But I don't want to take up too much time on me. I mean, could it have been better? Yes. Was it a dumpster fire? No. Do you need to watch it more than once? No. Should you watch it just if you're a fan? Yes. It's right in the middle. It's right in the middle for me.
I have to agree. Unfortunately, I'm a sucker for action, so I did like all of everything action-wise that was going on. But they could have done a lot better. Like you said, some of the characters were a huge miss. Yusuke was decent, but there was no type of wisecracks like he was saying, or it was more just him just being mad all the time and wishing he was unalived. And it happened, and then now he's got something to live for. But I think they could have done a little bit better job. But again, Toguro, I like Toguro a lot. I just didn't like how fast they pushed it. I thought it was going to be a little bit. I thought we were going to have to wait for some of this that happened in the first 5 episodes. But God, dog, like, where do you go from here? Like, you literally, you literally told the whole story, like right here. And then it's just like,
we go to Hope Toguro. That's what we go to.
So,
comment what to do.
What up?
Say you like.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents. I give it like a 5 out of 10. They did all right. I thought Kuwabara could have been taller, a little bit bigger. No.
And then
we do have lanky.
No swallow to him.
What's his name was Kurama. The hair was, and it's just something I'm surprised I even saw. The hair was just too thick. I was like, God, dog, that's just a lot of hair on the actual character's head there. But he was bland. There wasn't much there with him. I thought he probably. I thought some of his makeup as a character. I thought he was going to be like a little darker.
The white turtleneck is crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something. It just doesn't fit. I was like, I thought it'd be more darker with clothes, the skin tone. It's just very pasty. So even the eye was a little bit suspect. I was like,
The white turtleneck is throwing me.
Well, I can agree there, but like I said, that's my 2 cents. So
all right, we have the Afro Kami. You may give us your spiel. How do you feel?
How do I feel? Let's see.
This man is pausing for this. That's the first.
How does one feel when they see something that is objectively beautiful bastardized?
Okay, there you go.
I've noticed everyone has been super vague about the parts they don't like about this. Okay, let's start with Yusuke. Let's start with Yusuke dying and how we eliminated any. Here's my main problem with it is that we eliminated any chance of any new audience. Like I've seen some people are going to try and be like, oh well, this is if you've never seen this, fucking no. If you've never seen this, it's going to confuse, bewilder, and fucking make you like, huh? Because the stuff that even hits only hits if you've seen the fucking anime. Here's the thing. When you take away these little, like even the small things, such as the interaction with Yusuke with the kid before he actually gets ran over by the car in the anime. Fucking it shows you that Yusuke is not just this punk. It gives you this brief moment where it softens him. and it endears him to the audience more. We skip completely to past that for an amazing crash scene. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Super good. Okay, we go on from there, and here's where my first real gripe with this cat is that we came to the funeral scene, and I was like, yo, it's gonna be hard. It's hard
Oh,
to
they
mess up.
botched the heck out of
It's
it.
hard to mess up the funeral scene because it's such raw and relatable emotion that everyone's dealt with. It's hard to botch that. It's hard to fuck that up. No, apparently it's not because they did it. And Kuwabara, listen, I thought my biggest gripe with Kuwabara was going to be the fact that Blake Griffin wasn't Kuwabara, because that was a fucking easy casting. The internet's told everyone a million times. I mean, it just made so much sense. But and then as we progress, here's the thing: we even with the little they try to give us the treasure. Does anyone here remember how Hiei got his Jagan eye? It sure as fuck wasn't from this stupid dagger that wasn't a sword. We definitely from a doctor that we then had to see in the Three Kings arc get handsed up, because that's how long-term storytelling works.
Right.
But do we get that now? No, because you've even eliminated any chance of doing that because you've changed the whole backstory of the fucking character. Then we get to Kurama, and see, I'm Kurama. Did they even explain? Because I know I'm jumping ahead here. We get to the fight with Karasu. They didn't even explain this nigga could control plants in this. They didn't explain that. So if you're just watching this, you're like, holy shit, this nigga just started making plants go around. Fucking, and then on top of that, we don't get this whole another time where we endear fucking a character to ourselves when we see. Does anyone remember how we got the original look at Kurama, actual Yoko Kurama? It was from the Ido box or the Idon box. Fucking, it was just a glimpse because Homeboy didn't know who he was fucking with. With this, Kurama was just like, yo, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. And motherfuckers like, what is this nigga, a werefox? He was just fucking, the full moon wasn't hitting fucking right.
He had to level up.
Bruh, but they didn't even
Dragon
explain
Ball Z
that.
in this mug.
They
Dragon
didn't
Ball Z in this
explain
mug.
that. That would have went so much far. A little bit of explaining. Even fucking to Kawinba. If you've never seen fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, know nothing about it, this was just a grown man with a fucking pacifier.
That's true. Like, they
This
don't
is
have
just- there was
any
no-
explanation
and no
for the
one acknowledges
pacifier.
No one acknowledges it because they're intending for an audience that's already seen the Yu Yu Hakusho before to be watching this. So you think you want to do it halfway to get well if that's the audience you're trying to play to. But no, we make another fucking idiot decision to the point where fucking, what are we doing? That didn't even look like a fucking pacifier. It looked like this nigga sucking on a butt plug.
Oh no.
Madness.
Then we get to fucking one of my favorite moments in it.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
I'll take it. We get to one of my favorite parts in fucking anime. Fucking Bui versus fucking Hiei, yo. Even though I haven't even touched on the fact we skipped the Dark Tournament. We skipped arguably the greatest tournament arc in anime history. For no reason. For no reason. If you even want to broach the subject later, you have to make all new fucking characters. Unless you're gonna run Tagoro back to be like, oh, I meant to be a part of this tournament before you fucking anticlimactically murdered my super dope CGI muscle self. Fucking, but no, where was it? Hiei and Bui, a fight that was fucking. I remember fucking, bro. I made sure I was home from school, on time every day during that part of the fucking Dark Tournament, even though I already knew what was gonna happen. Fucking, because it's epic. And what we don't even explain the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. It's just like, I'm gonna use the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. It's fucking okay, that's cool. It looks amazing, but it sort of added a little bit when we got the lead up to this. It added a little bit more to Hiei's character. Fucking, we know that he was working hard to tame this, that fucking if you don't do it right, it can kill you. That it wasn't just some easy thing that anybody could do. You were taming the fires of the spirit realm and coalescing them into a fucking point to murder someone. But no. Fucking, he just does it when his back's against the wall. Once again, no exposition, no fucking nothing. Bruh, it's just fucking, if you were gonna have the argument, we're making this for people who have never seen it before. Well, you fucking missed the mark there too, because you didn't fucking explain shit. You just fucking expected people to know it. And if they hadn't already watched it, fucking, they won't know it. And if they had already watched it, fuck, you just butchered it. We get it. That's a hamburger, but the fucking meat grinder you used was garbage.
And that was the spiel from the Afro comedy, born straight from my soul. Which is why I like to let them have at it. Unico Williams.
That's a rare occurrence, folks.
It was where it's fixable. The show is fixable.
No, it's not. Not from the story perspective. It's not fixable anymore. They can't go on. Well, they can go on. To be fair, they can continue.
Yeah, but you have to change the whole antagonist to the Dark Tournament.
No, they can't do the Dark Tournament anymore. If they continue, they have to go straight to Chapter Black. Straight there. They have to go straight to Black. But Unico Williams, somebody from the complete opposite spectrum, somebody who has not. How do you have to say? Defend the show.
So this show was 5 episodes, and I have a feeling that the producers knew that there would be people like you out there, Afro Kami, Monray, and a host of other people that have very negative opinions because they are 100% saying, why did they show panel 8 from chapter 6? Why didn't they show that? There's going to be people like y'all that give it terrible reviews because you want this to be a faithful adaptation. And I only have this line to say to y'all.
I gotta give this guy a follow.
I have this one word to say to you. Watch the fucking anime if you love it that fucking much. Okay? We can use all the expletives we want to. All I want to do is just say, I just want y'all to watch the anime if that's what you want to see. You want to see the Dark Tournament? Cool. To rebuttal against the whole what were we saying here? They didn't show the Dark Tournament, they didn't do that. This is an adaptation once again. You know what? Let me get your opinion. Did everybody love One Piece? It was faithful. It was something like faithful to the whole thing. Well, this one they took a different artistic liberty and they used their concepts in some concepts and they played around with it. Did we get the Saint Beast? No. Does the new audience know about that? No. Do they know about the Dark Tournament? No. But there are some super dope villains, some super dope fight scenes. The storytelling was very linear and easy for anybody to understand. Where somebody might go off and go actually watch the anime, but because of the gatekeeping that people like y'all, that has to be a faithful adaptation of the whole series. That's what's throwing everything off and why people won't go and watch anime. Oh, it sucks, y'all. Trust me, because I've seen the anime. That's not fair for people that actually want to watch this stuff. No, that's cool and all, but to the average viewer, the average person nowadays in a TikTok society, yes, we do have a couple of people in this world that will sit there and watch all the episodes of One Piece. But this new world that we're living in, they're watching the YouTube summaries of these things. So with that,
there we go.
They knew this was going to be 5 episodes because they knew y'all was going to shit on it and the reviews were going to be bad. They said we got one shot, so let's do what we can do and show what's possible. Such as we can show Darkness of the Dark. We can show Dragon of the Darkness Plane. We can show you what we can do with the girl. I was intrigued to see how they were going to do that. They did a great job. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to explain it to a new audience.
Explain it.
I'll let you speak. With Dragon of the Darkness Flame, he's like, I got this one thing that I can do. There's a lot that we didn't know. We didn't know that the girl was going to be able to cry ice. You're frustrated because it's not faithful to the anime.
No, let him speak. Let him speak. Let him get it.
You're showing your frustration because it's not faithful to the anime. And again, for that, I say go watch the anime. Get all the extra you want. Or maybe this is what makes somebody say, where did that Dragon of the Darkness Flame come from? Let me watch the anime. That's how you grow an audience for something that's over 30, that's 30 years old. That's how you build something. This is a new society that we live in. And sometimes you do got to throw it in that microwave. And goddamn it, when you come from this show, with the great action scenes and the way they did everything. And Yusuke was brooding. I'll give you that. EA was definitely a super miss. I can't argue with anybody on that. That was awful. I would love that turtleneck
should have been Kuwabara.
but not on EA. So some of the dialogue was good. I mean, I was surprised nobody said they didn't even show Kuwabara's sister. I'm surprised nobody got pissed off about that. But
I didn't want to talk too much about it. I want everybody to get they shit off.
I did not want to get into this.
It was just bad. It was not well done.
So I'm sorry, I'll let you speak. So at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is this. This can actually be a bridge that gets somebody to watch a show that came out in 1992, 93. And it'll make some people go back and actually watch these things and say, oh, wow, that's dope. That's where the Dragon of the Darkness Flame came from. Oh, that's how Kuwabara actually becomes a pretty badass with that sword. Oh, this is from this tournament was great. People have not watched it before, and we all think it's great. So now the door is open for it to be great. So we hope that when you start your reviews, you say, yes, if you watch the anime, you're not going to love it. But if you've never seen it before, it's passable work of art. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, let me give a nice, genuine rebuttal as we give everybody a second round at this. Let me give a nice, genuine rebuttal to Unico. When I said in the beginning of my spiel, I was going to separate it as if you are a fan of Yu versus if you are not just a dedicated fan and you are watching this for the neutral of it. The neutralness part of it, there are major problems with this live action. For one, there's no character development of any character in this entirety of it. Most of the people are just there. They don't really show any kind of relationship between Keiko and Yusuke from the beginning, other than she tells him, "I wish you would die." But they don't really make you feel any kind of emotion during the funeral part of it. And this has nothing to do with anime. This is just purely from this perspective. They don't really show any kind of emotion for the characters. The most you get maybe is from his mother a little bit when they have that one scene, him and Keiko talking. So there's no really emotional impact for anybody of the anime prior to the fighting and stuff starting in and of itself. There's not a lot of explanation of different things. To this day, I don't know what spirit energy is because their lackluster interpretation of it when Yusuke was fighting the first yokai made absolutely no sense. So they didn't even do a good job in explaining basic things that are integral to the plot of the story. So they didn't do that either. And then if you even get to the relationship between the characters, to this day, Kuwabara and Yusuke didn't get cool at all until like episode 4. Like for some reason, they got Kuwabara slicing a rock like his Demon Slayer, with the whole Demon Slayer moment, which was hilarious to me. They did that in the beginning. And it's just like, okay, but you didn't really explain anything for Kuwabara, how he got his powers, why can you just pull him out of freaking thin air? Nothing for that. They didn't really do much of a job explaining the backstory between Genkai and Toguro, other than, maybe they was in the same class. And that's about it. Like the ending animation scene where them two was on the staircase, wonderful. But they didn't really do a good job explaining their relationship at all. So it's just like that. The fact that Yusuke is even connected with Genkai, I'm sorry, you were with this woman for 3 weeks. You hated her for 2.5. Why did her dying? It don't even make a lot of sense for her dying to trigger him when he only knew her for 3 weeks. And this is purely from this. I ain't pulling nothing from anime. This is purely from this issues that we have with that. And then everybody's just talking about the characters, how they was a miss, how Kuwabara wasn't really used in any important fighting whatsoever other than him getting stabbed by Toguro. Him fighting the little 4-legged beast, with Yukina and Keiko. It was just like, I guess, comic relief, if you want to call it that. But they took away a lot of the laughter, enjoyment of, like, in this live action. It wasn't really a lot of funny moments. Wasn't really a lot of just character interaction like that. It was just, okay, here, do this job, go. That's like it. So it was just very bland, other than the fight scenes. Fight scenes are wonderful. I enjoyed the fight scenes. I enjoyed the Matrix. I enjoyed Kurama's fight. I enjoyed Hiei's fight. Togoro's fight, it is what it is. And also, this ain't got nothing to do, because this be my last point. Togoro's final form looks like complete trash. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and tell me this looks good. But
the anime form is ugly to begin with. So, I mean,
no, I ain't knocking it. The anime form is also ugly. It is ugly. It is ugly. But this is like a colossal titan with a tree. Like, it didn't look good. I was like, why
I don't think you could have made it good.
That's literally the anime form, which is crazy.
Why both of them be bad? Like, both of them. These are the anime form. The anime form looks gray with, like, it looks like stone or whatever. This is
the anime. He had booty shorts on.
I don't know
He had
why
Hoochie
they-
Daddy shirts in the damn anime.
I'm glad they took that way. But what I'm saying is like they're both bad. I'm like, if you're gonna improve it, make it look. It ain't even gray. Like, come on, I ain't even pulling it. Like this looks bad.
You are pulling from it because you're saying it's not
Oh.
even great. You're pulling an anime comparison.
Okay, removing the anime because I tried it first. This just looks ugly. It looks like a colossal titan with a tree mixed in. Like this don't look good. It don't. Like this in no way does this look good. The anime one looks bad on its own. This just looks ugly too. I'm like, make them make better.
I was impressed they pulled it off.
They didn't. Like, they didn't. It looks like a colossal titan with a tree mixed in, bro. Like, look at his right titty. The right titty ain't even fulled out, bro. I got a hole in it. Like, bro, come on,
That's
man.
a violation.
Like, you right. I don't care. Violation for myself. I don't give a damn. It's ugly. The right titty is messed up.
No, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
Now, I mean, fundamentally, I said neutrally, it's watchable. Like 4 or 5 hours, it's watchable. But no, I don't consider it good. It's not as bad as Death Note. It's not as bad as something like that. But I mean,
I do agree though that if you are curious enough, you will go watch the anime to figure out what all this is about.
Yeah,
that's something I will agree with. If you really are an anime avid type watcher, you will go check this out.
I mean, did Hollywood want to go? Wow, before I went.
Yeah, that Tagoro picture is nasty work.
Don't. It's rough. It's rough. The only thing I'll say before I give it to the main spider cam to the point of it'll make you go watch the anime. I would personally feel that if your adaptation makes you want to go watch the anime for more clarification, that's a failure on you for not explaining something accurately. Now, if something's just missing, sure, but not explaining something well is more of a failure of the adaptation than just, oh, let me go look at that for reference. No, it's just you could have explained something better. Like if you're gonna put it in there, explain it better. Not like, taking something completely out. Like anybody, I ain't faulting them for not having like Rando or the Four Saint Beast in there. I don't care about that. That's not what I'm saying.
Rondo.
But if you're gonna put something in there, do a good job of explaining it. I shouldn't have to go look at the anime to understand what spirit energy is. Like I shouldn't have to go look at the anime for that. And looking at this, I couldn't tell you what spirit energy was. All I know, it's spirit means. They don't help me what spirit means. Oh, okay, then cool. And then Kawima shuts up. So he's just like, okay, I don't know what the freak to use. I don't know how to use it. Like that's not good. That's basic storytelling. That's not good. So the Amazing Spider Cam, you're back up there.
Listen, if you're watching it and never watched the anime, all right. So I watched One Piece, the live action, and I'm not a One Piece Negro. Never watched any of the seasons. I just watch sporadic episodes that are catchy for the mainstream. And what I'll say with that, they had chemistry. Luffy acted like this, Zoro acted like this, Usopp acted like this, Nami acted like this. They built chemistry with different personalities. Everybody was brooding in this show besides Cool Bro, who was just yelling the whole time. That's bad chemistry. It doesn't make any sense. Just from watching it and never watching it, Yusuke is brooding. Kurama's just nonchalant. Hiei's just brooding. And then you got this guy just yelling who's obviously just the weakest person. Fine. Whatever. It doesn't build any type of chemistry. The character development is dumb. I mean, come on. If Mr. Miyagi died, that Daniel-san obviously has a reason to feel some type of way. If your master died out of whoever trained you in what, not 20 days. 20 days is crazy.
You only knew each other for 3 weeks.
20 days is crazy. And out of desperation to give him the spirit orb and not explaining what the spirit orb is, they're like, yo, just take this and you gotta go.
Yeah.
The girl's coming to town. And it's just like, I mean, it ain't it really. I mean, just for watching it.
I got a question then. So based upon what you guys are saying, it seems like they should have, the first 5 episodes should have been more of you being part of him being brought back to life, just to bring an intro into how the story goes.
You could have followed the anime to a certain degree. You don't have to do the Dark Tournament. You actually do what they did. You could have done Rondo. Episode 3 could have been Rondo.
Exactly.
Because that's
go to the tournament. Go to Gentai's tournament. Because guess what? They trained after the Rondo thing was done. So you get the training in. You could have just done Rondo for another mission. Episode 2 could have been the 3 artifacts that you did without doing it to Hiei, because you didn't have the Hiei fight. You could have just done the Hiei fight. He shoots the spirit gun at the mirror and blah, 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 hit him in the back. Cool. Could have done that episode 2. Episode 1 was fine. Because it's done episode 1 the way it was.
It was fine. Except for they
to a certain degree, you could have just done that the way it was. All right, we're going to give you this 3 artifact mission. That could have been episode 2. Episode 3 could have been Rondo. Episode 4 could have been the Saint Beast. And episode 5 could have been going to the castle to rescue Yukina. So you still get Toguro. You still get younger Toguro. You still get Hiei. You still get Kurama. And then at the end of that, you can set up the Dark Tournament. Oh, you didn't kill me, Yusuke. And he beats up the fucking parking garage. That's how you set up season 2.
Yep.
Easy. That's why I'm saying it's easily fixable.
I don't know. It sounds like y'all should be writing for Netflix right now. That's what it sounds like.
It's not that, but it's easily fixable. You went away to, let's just take the Hiei scene where he kidnapped Keiko.
Yeah.
He did that in an anime, but you made younger Toguro kidnap her instead and put her on a boat. I'm like, you didn't have to do that.
Why are we on a boat right now?
You were fine. You were fine with Hiei kidnapping her because he did that in the anime. You were fine with that. You didn't have to add Bui and Karasu. You could have just had Toguro and younger Toguro. That's fine. You're just adding them for no reason. You didn't have to add the dragon because you didn't need the dragon until the second season. You didn't need to add Yoko Kurama because it added it the second season. And certain stuff is just like, oh, we got to show it for fan service. You don't have to. You save it for the next season.
That's true.
Also,
the other thing,
from slowing some stuff down, maybe.
But the stuff they got right, the Kurama thing with his mom, cool, fine. Goki thing, cool, fine. He's an ass character. You just beat his ass. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's fine. The stuff that aren't fixable is fixable.
The one question I have is what I didn't understand was how Hiei and his sister were interacting. It seemed as though that they didn't know each other.
And see, that's one of the things I can say. They didn't do a good job of explaining. Well, they didn't really explain the history between the two at all. They just had Hiei looking for his sister, but they don't really say where they come from or why he's looking for his sister or what reason he really had for not finding her. She knew about him. They didn't really go into the reasoning of that. They just had Hiei looking for his sister. That's why he stole the blade to make the Jigan and that's not it. They didn't really give a reason.
At the end of when she got rescued, it literally made it seem like he didn't even know who he was rescuing. He was just doing it. I was just like, wait, I thought that was your sister. Because when he walked, like at the end of their conversation, when he had like walked away from her, he was explaining, I think he was explaining why he was with Yusuke and them. Mm-hmm. But I was like, well, why would he be explaining it as though he doesn't know you? That's what I got from that.
No, he gave her a necklace. He gave her a necklace to say, "I know you, but you can't know me." I mean, that was bad in general, but you know,
I wouldn't say that's bad. I think it was well done. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. EA doesn't want her to know that they're siblings.
But you gave it away.
You don't know why.
You gave her a necklace. You gave it away.
They didn't.
EA never told us why. EA never told us in the anime why.
Yes,
I thought
we know why.
All right, hold on, real quick, Unico. He gave her the necklace, so now she knows.
Or does she?
What?
It's a necklace made from the tears of her people.
Wait.
Unless they change that.
Watson, let's go ahead, Watson. How did you interpret it?
Wait. So I thought in the anime that they were that close. Like they knew that they were both brother and sister.
No, I mean,
what? I thought they did.
He knows. Yukina doesn't know.
Everybody knows Buck Kuwabara in the anime.
By the end,
obviously, but
everybody knows by the end.
I gotta rewatch it then.
But no, he's right. By the end of it, everybody knows Buck Kuwabara. But the thing, I'm not adding the anime. And what I'm saying in this is that they made Hiei's motivation. I need to find my sister. Why? how she got separated from him, backstory, childhood. We don't know nothing. You just, I need to find my sister. Okay, cool. I need to find my sister.
Yeah.
Find my sister. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk to you.
But we're not. What I'm saying, we're not anime sticklers. It's just like, why didn't you give him the spirit eggs, and why didn't you do the 3 good deeds so you can come back to life? I'm not asking for all that. You want to skip that? That's perfectly fine.
I was saying explanation wise, like, just to me, fundamentally, it seems weird that your only motivation in the show is to find my sister. You find her.
Isn't that all the motivation you need sometimes?
Nothing.
Does it have to be?
No. You find her.
Detail? You're dealing
and
with
then you don't even tell her nothing.
Dynamic
like, you don't even talk to her. That don't make sense. Like, my motivation as a character. In my motivation, no. We're not adding the anime because in the anime we have backstory as to why. I'm not adding the anime in this. In a singular show, if you as a character, your motivation, I need to find my sister above everything else, to where I'm breaking in and stealing an artifact or whatever. I bet you need to find her for a serious reason, and you find her, and you don't say anything, and you don't give no reason why you were looking for.
But I'll disagree with you. You don't have to tell her shit. All that is fine.
No, it makes it seem like it makes it seem like everything that all that motivation you gave, like I need to find her so badly, wasn't really that serious. Because when you find her, you don't do this. Okay.
No, you can play the broken character card and just be like, I don't have to tell you, but you gave her the necklace, so you told her. That's the one that throws me. You could have been like, I'm just here because of them, and she don't got no shit. Cool. You're playing the brooding brother that doesn't want to acknowledge that she had to have. Cool. All that is fine. Fine. You give her the necklace and you basically told her without telling her.
And she did smile at the end when he was walking away. So it was like, oh yeah, she
knows.
That's like free. Oh, that was funny. Like, to me, I was like, the lack of explanation in certain aspects just makes it to where it's all like major parts that are supposed to be serious are just weird. Like, for some of them down there, their issue is Genkai giving him the spirit wave orb, which is weird because they don't really explain the orb, explain if it gives him any powers or anything about it. It's just in the live action that they don't really explain anything about it. We didn't even know that she had an orb to give until she gave it to him. So it was just like, wait, what is this orb? Does it like give special powers? Do you not care about Kuwabara over there? You just gonna hold him and not give him nothing? Like, you don't give him nothing. Like that's what I'm saying. In the realm of this story, it makes it weird in that. I ain't giving no reference to the fact that when you get the spirit orb in the show that he gets tortured for a day or two. Yeah, I ain't saying nothing about that. It's just the orb is just weird. When it's like, okay, you went to her for training, and then all of a sudden, hey, take this orb and leave. And then she got off screen. And I was like,
but if they explained spirit energy, wouldn't that have made a little more sense to you?
I mean, yeah, maybe, but just like I said, I didn't even explain spirit energy to me.
Here's one thing I want to ask. Can we all collectively agree that for the time that we are in, this is something that is tangible for an audience of today, for them to like be like, ooh, yeah, maybe I might be interested, maybe not, because people have, you know, the attention spans that is very short because of the times we are in. So
my thing is that my thing for that is it like I said it's watchable. Yeah, it's watchable. I don't know if it's gonna really make people want to go and dive into Yu like that. But my issue is that because live action like One Piece exists that do the same thing, but they didn't try to cram in so much. It was like, okay, we're just gonna do something. And you know, that's not perfect, but it's pretty much a great live action adaptation because even though they changed some stuff, they don't change the foundation of what the show is. Versus like some other ones like this or like Death Note change in foundations of important things to where when you're watching it solely as just an individual fan, not a Yu fan, but like individual fan, parts of it don't make sense when they make references to things that are in the anime that you're supposed to already know about. And so as a new fan, like I said, some stuff will make you confused. Like the Spirit Wave orb is just confusing. It's like, so he got this orb and it just bursts extra power or like just, I don't know. So just some parts are more confusing, which is why the plot to me is a miss. But watchable, yes. 4 or 5 out of 10, maybe something like that. But I think we'll finish up with Unico Williams. Your final say so before I go to our other thing today.
Again, I shout out to Watson for bringing that back up in regards to what I was saying. This microwave society that we're in. We're on TikTok, and you can watch TikTok for 2 hours and watch 200 videos. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you sit down. For instance, I watched Attack on Titan willy-nilly. I just saw it on Netflix one day, right? back in like 2015 or something. I just saw it on Netflix. I just clicked it. Just like somebody might see Yu Yu Hakusho and just click it. Looks cool. Click it, and you just watch it all the way through. And I think it makes sense enough. To a newcomer. But what Attack on Titan did to me was it bridged the gap for me to go read the manga, because I wanted to know more about it. And I know how the manga can explain stuff more to me as well than what the actual anime does. So I didn't even know this thing existed, and that turned to me at being a whole fanboy. So, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I got my Scout Regiment jacket and all that stuff, but all this started was just my curiosity just from seeing it on Netflix, clicked it. And I do believe that there are going to be people that are going, like, I believe if it's on Crunchyroll is going to see a brand new batch of people, because there are some people that think that just our cartoons suck. Like, there's some kids right now that'll watch the amazing Spider-Man from Fox 59 and think that shit sucks, but we love it. And we know that Yu Yu Hakusho is of the older kilt, just like some people, Sailor Moon might not really translate back in the day how it was drawn. It's not going to translate or hold a candle to animation nowadays. So I believe that this was a bridge. Some people may actually go back and watch Yu Yu Hakusho, and there's a lot of people. I know they sell these shirts at Walmart all day. Some of these kids ain't even seen this show. You know what I'm saying? And they just buy it because, oh, look, anime. I'm different. But now we live in a world where people are more open to things like this, and a grown ass man like myself can have a Saiyan Saga hat on and walk around proudly. So with that being said, I think that this was a reintroduction of something that we think is great. And maybe it opens the door for somebody to be there too. But I would say just don't ruin it for the new people. Just say that you hate it as an anime fan.
Respectable. Hopefully,
Adam Sessler, everybody. Adam Sessler.
Hopefully, I'm gonna go with Philip J. Fry's. I'm gonna go with Philip J. Fry. Hopefully, this gets the 2011 100 treatment, get the updated visuals and scenes, and that's it. We'll see what it is. But otherwise, we do have another thing to go over with today, because I did do the same thing. We have another top 10 for you all. I asked a couple of members of this show, a couple of the brothers that are here, to come up with their own wonderful listings of shows. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say the Hollywood Sensei, because that might even be more debatable. I had asked the Afro Kami 765 to give us his top 10 albums of the year. Yes. He decided to go for albums, and he's gonna have some questionable albums on
We're
here
going
as well.
mad underground, folks. I'm trying
of this
to
year
for 2023.
All the albums came out this year, every one of them.
Okay, cool.
Some of them
I missed that assignment.
Oh no, I only gave it to a couple of people per week, just depending. So Afro Kami, here is your list. First and foremost, he has it in order. Number 1, Boy Dear by Earl Sweatshirt. Number 2, Lone Star Luchador by that Mexican OT. Number 3 is My Bloody America by City Moore. Number 4, Ben Reaper 3 by Baby Tron. Number 5, Bars Mitzvah by BLP Kosher. Number 6, A Gift and a Curse by Gunna. Number 7, Then You Pray For Me by Westside Gun. Number 8, Halfway There by 03 Greedo. Number 9 is Without Warning by 5EO4. And number 10, Been One by Rilo Rodriguez. Afro Kami, defend your list.
This list is purely, I went back and I looked at what I listened to the most in 2023, and then I took and I pulled apart what albums that I listened to that were actually in 2023. Like, this album came out in 2023. I put this many hours into it, and this was the breakdown by which I listened to the most. Like, that's the order. Like, that Earl Sweatshirt, if you haven't heard the Earl Sweatshirt album, that is the best. If we're talking lyrical, if you want to talk any, like, a rapper's rap album, this album is top tier. All the beats are by Alchemist. Fucking, it's just super sonically pleasing. Another thing, this is an amazing fighting game playlist. Anything you take from this could be super well in any fighting game, guaranteed. But no, yeah, I broke down, and that is a concise, statistical. This was the top 10, and at number 5, yo, if you can't listen to a fucking white Jewish kid from fucking Florida rap, what's wrong with you? Come on.
Does anybody have any debates, questions, or missed albums off of the Afro Kami's listing to be heard, or anybody going once?
I mean,
I just want to say shout out to Earl Sweatshirt. Always.
this list is what just purely rap albums, right?
Oh yes, yes. This is all rap albums.
Uh, it wasn't really a strong year for rap, man. You know, I only heard like 3 albums, at least 3 albums on this list: Gunna, West Side Gun, and Earl Sweatshirt. Oh yeah, and a Mexican OT. Everybody else, I ain't really, you know, I don't really fuck with like that. But I mean, I'm not mad at it because, like I said, it was not the best year for rap as far as like compared to last year. It was like,
Very true.
you know what I mean, horrible.
But
You know what I
this
mean?
is I think this is a good showing of how rap is still thriving because almost every person on this list is from a different part of the country.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? There's no one condensed. Earl's L.A. OT is freaking Texas, fucking City Morgue, New York. Babytron's from fucking Michigan. Gunna's from Atlanta. West Side Gun's from Buffalo. Greedo's from California. 504 is from New York, and I'm pretty sure Raul Rodriguez is from Atlanta. So we got the good countrywide spread in there.
Oh, man, it sounds relatively peaceful.
Rap's still thriving region by region to a certain extent.
Sounds relatively peaceful. Now, you know, of course, if you're enjoying what you're watching, make sure to go like, comment, and subscribe to all these wonderful channels, whether it is over on 99 Media, Make It Make Sense, the podcast, and Blurred Cartel's own What It Sound Like, because the man What It Sound Like himself came up with his own listing, but it was not album. He took on the difficult thing himself of the top 10 songs, combination R&B and rap songs, in order of 2023. He knows he's gonna have to defend his list, and shout out to the City Girls. He happens to be a fan by his listing. Here we go. Hollywood
just
top
real
10
quick,
rap and R&B songs.
just real quick. I have a quick announcement. Naomi Osaka said, "Hello, heart. Thank you for being such a great fan. Heart to me."
Wonderful. All right, now we have.
That's Riz, baby. That's Riz.
Now, let's go.
Let's go. My boy's finna get into the famous life. Hollywood's listing: number 1, F You Mean by Gunna. Number 2, Paint the Town by Doja Cat. Number 3, shout out to Drizzy, Drake, J. Cole combination, First Person Shooter. Number 4 is Pound Town by Sexy Red. Number 5, Put It on the Floor by Lotto. Number 6 is Snooze by Zai. I ain't gonna lie, that mud does go in. Number 6 is Snooze by Zai. Number 7 is On My Mama by Victoria Moore. That mug everywhere at this point. Number 8 is Skid by Sexy Red. Number 9 is Munch by Ice Spice. And number 10 is Boys a Liar by Pink Panther / Ice Spice. So it seems like he is a City Girl fan. Hollywood, defend your list.
If he's talking numbers, he's got a list because all also did crazy numbers.
Honorable mentions. You know, it was ICU, Coco Jones. Even though the song came out October 21st, 2022, the song got bigger in 2023. So that's why I was honorable mention. Also, Water by Tyler.
Yes.
You know, that song is everywhere.
Sir. Yes.
She got a whole tour coming off just that one song. Yes. You know what I mean? And then also we got Soak City by 310, you know, Left Do It, Right Do It, that genre. Yes. You know what I mean? So that song, but 1 through 10, I'll start with 10. The Pink Boys a Liar, Pink Panthers, and Ice Spice, like you heard it everywhere. You know what I mean? Whatever TikTok you was watching, whether it was a commercial or whatever fucking party you was at, that song was on. Like, you know what I mean? The song was on. Ice Spice blew the song up. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's Ice Spice. You know what I mean? Everybody fuck with it. Then, you know, Munch at 9. You got niggas out here calling themselves Munches. No shame at all. Calling themselves Munches.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? You know. You thought
what is Webster's dictionary? Because you know they're gonna make it the word of the year at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be in the dictionary soon. You know, and then of course the phrase "you thought I was feeling you" was on everybody's lips. You know what I mean? So gotta put that up there. Ski Sexy Red is just taking over right now. Like wherever you go, you're gonna either hear Pound Town or Ski. No matter what party, what club, what bar you in, that song is coming on. You know what I mean? The On My Mama, Fire. Right now. what she did with the whole sample and everything, just the beat, all that shit, like the song, the whole song together is just fire. You know what I mean? And you hear it everywhere. Like I said, the club, TikTok, you hear it on commercials, all that shit. Snooze song, the album came out in 2022, but she didn't release Snooze until 2023. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, with the other joints, you hear it everywhere. Radio, club, TikTok. You know what I mean? Snooze is, you know what I mean? Whatever shorty you talking to, guaranteed Snooze was on her Spotify rap. You know what I mean? It was up there in her top 5.
Yeah.
Put it on the floor. We all know they had to rip me out the plastic, the whole challenge and everything. Like, it was a big year for Lotto just off of that one song. You know what I mean? So it got to be up there. And then Pound Town, like, come on now. Like,
speaks for itself.
You know what I mean? Like, Pound Town speaks for itself. Like, I mean, everybody, the moment it came out, it was more like in the beginning shock value, like, because, you know, the lyrics, you know what I mean? But then the song just gained steam and, you know, and now it's a hit. And Sexy Red is here to stay for the meanwhile because of that song. You know what I mean? And then first person shooter.
Yes, sir.
2 of the biggest artists in the game, two parts of the 3-headed goat. You know what I mean? Make a song together, Drake and J. Cole. You know what I mean? This is what we wanted. Drake and J. Cole on the same track, a fire track at that, fire verses from each individual song, even sparked a whole tour that's about to go on between Drake and J. Cole for the first time ever. So, and then
amazing video.
And amazing video. And regardless of how you feel about Doja Cat, you know what I mean? Painted Town Red is everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? It's everywhere. Like, no matter where you go, you're going to hear that song. You're going to hear it from black people, white people, whatever. Like, Paint the Town Red is, like I said, TikTok, radio, club, wherever you at, Paint the Town Red is on. Like, the song just go hard. I mean, you know, regardless of what you want to say about Doja Cat, she did her thing on there. The beat was crazy. The chorus, the lyrics, she did her thing. And then number 1, it's fuck you mean? Like, I mean, niggas thought Gunna was dead. Niggas thought he was done. The whole YSL thing. You know what I mean? They like, oh, he a snitch, this and that. And then fuck you mean drop. And it was, all that shit was absolved. Like, all of it. You know what I mean? Because just listen to the song. The shit is fire. Like,
the whole album was fire.
The one of the best albums of the year. You know what I mean? And that was, to me, the best song of the year. Fuck you mean? I feel like this top 10 is definitely valid based off the numbers.
Oh yeah, numbers wise, you're super solid.
Based off the numbers and you know the impact it made on the culture this year. I mean, I feel like it's hard to argue with this list.
Well, it might be hard, but we're gonna see. Anybody in the comments and of course members of the board on this panel, do you have any switches, any songs that were left out, any debate about the top 10 from Hollywood?
And also, before they go, I just want to say, looking at this list, 2023 was dominated by women, whether it was R&B or rap.
They brought
women. They dominated the game this year. They've been dominating for probably the past 3 years, but this year was like the year where it was like, you know what I mean, the women got a chokehold on the music industry right now. So, I mean, as you see, it's only 2 songs on this list that was made by niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
shout out to the top 3, but hey, he ain't lying. The ladies have been killing it this year. No matter what genre you're looking at, they've been killing it this year. But do we have any debate? I mean, he was going based off of numbers for a good percentage of it, yes. We ain't gonna make it just solely in our own opinion.
Like I said, if we're talking,
it wasn't solely numbers only. It was popularity, impact, all that. Like, I mean, could I have put some West Side Gun songs up here, some Jid or some shit like that? Yeah, but I
do want to give an honorable mention to the Jid song though. That Ceiling.
I mean, Surround Sound did, even though it came out 2022.
Yeah, but that song, as far as going off in 2023, it blew up.
But like, it wasn't really
Nikki with the late entry, man. Nikki came in too late for the day.
She came in late.
Yeah.
That mug hitting.
had that Nicki album dropped a couple months ago, I guarantee you that everybody would have been up here. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But had to cut it off at a certain point. Any more debate? Anybody else? Any leftover songs before we shut it on down for this evening? Going once, going twice. And it looks like we're sold. We are sold. Shout out to everybody that stopped through. Shout out to everybody watching. Make sure you are watching, go and join and subscribe, like and follow the Make It Make Sense, the podcast channel. Go look for this wonderful insignia. If you see it, that lets you know you're at the right spot, lets you know you got the right channel, the right place. Send the follow, send the like, send the subscriptions, as well as to everywhere that all these people are a part of. Make It Make Sense, the podcast, what it sound like, Blur Cartel, over on 99 Media, UnicoWilliams.com. Make sure y'all go subscribe and follow all of them. If you want to know where to find these lovely people solo, first and foremost, we will let them introduce themselves finally and let them know where to find you. First and foremost, Rizzy McGuire, where can they find you?
Yeah, I mean, you can find your boy anywhere the Blur Cartel is. Yeah, I mean, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch. You know what I mean? Also find a What It Sound Like podcast on all social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. And also, honorable mention that I forgot to mention, even though it came out in 2022, 2023, it was big as hell. Gotta throw in I Just Want to Rock by Lil Uzi for the honorable mention. But you know what I mean? Because that song definitely took off a lot in 2023, even though it came out in 2022. But yeah, just follow the Blur Cartel, follow the What It Sound Like podcast. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Of course, got a shout. I gotta love the afros. Second, we do have the mysterious Watson. Where can they find you? Hopefully not wherever the back sigma is, but where can they find you at?
I'm on TikTok, Watson_the Great, and YouTube, as well as Instagram. I do my best to do anything and everything anime, of course, as you can tell. But yeah, I do have some Batman gear. And, oh, wait, hold on. Planet Fitness, I used to work there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the
Planet Fitness Batman combo.
Shout out to the Planet Fitness Batman. Out here saving the lives of everybody in the gym. Saving the lives of everybody in the gym.
So that's where y'all can find me on platforms.
And of course, we have to go to the underbelly of the internet world. The AfroComedy765, where can I find you at?
You already know. You can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. You can also catch me on the Blurred Cartel Friday night. You're talking wrestling with Cam and the boys, but you know the vibe. Something flagrant, something inflammatory.
And of course, we have the voice of reason, the defenders of the new fans of 2023 onward. Eddie Winslow, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me at Unico Williams for all my links, but Unico Williams on YouTube, UNIQO Williams on YouTube. I'm on the road to 500, baby. We are currently up to 420 at this point. So keep on. I'm gonna keep on giving y'all shorts. Listen, if you want to hear just my regular rants and stuff like that about conversations like this, that's where you want to go. But I love being a guest when it comes to the homies at the Blurred Cartel. I appreciate y'all having me each and every time y'all let me do it, man.
Of course. And of course, I am your host, the one and only Monray Hudson. Everywhere it says Monray Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as long as it still exists. I am there. Come find me, come subscribe, come hear what we got to say. We get every Saturday around the evening time, between 5 to 7. We're going to be here letting you know the hot, spicy topics and the different things of the week. Doing countdowns every week, counting down all the way into our final countdown on the last days of the year, where we'll go through the top 10 trending topics of 2023. But we got one more listing coming up next week. To find out what it is, you got to make sure to come to the show. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for following and tuning in. Thank you so much. And we are out. Peace.